Hi everybody, welcome to Kitchen Talk with Granna. I'm so glad you guys could join me today. I appreciate you giving me a few minutes of your time today. Before we get started, if you would go ahead and look down at the bottom of your screen and go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that review button and like button and thumbs up and all that, okay? If you guys would go ahead and just knock that on out and get done with that so we can get this conversation going today, okay? Okay, so today's conversation is going to be about dreadlocks, okay? I was watching the news earlier today, and it was a family on there out in Texas, and the son is a senior in high school, and his school informed him that he would not be able to walk for his graduation, to walk with the class for graduation and receive his diploma. Now, the principal did say that he can get his diploma, but it would not be during the walk ceremony, you know, where you walk across the stage or your name is called out and you get your diploma. Okay, he would not be able to participate in that part of the graduation. So the parents, you know, was questioning the principal on this call and asked him, you know, what was the policy on the dress code. So the only policy that they have in the school system is a 30-year-old dress code policy, and the principal read in the policy that it states that any young boy that has hair a certain length, and even on the news he didn't specify what length that was, but the length of the boy's hair couldn't go past whatever that specific length was, which he never did say. So you know, the parents and the young student was like, no, they're not gonna. They told him, you know, if you cut his hair, then he can walk. So they was like, no, he's not gonna cut his hair. We're not gonna agree to that. And you know, they was like, no. So right now they're like fighting it and trying to get their son to be able to walk across the stage. And then they're also going as far as considering taking their son out of the school and transferring him to another school, and you know, so that he'll be able to walk across the stage. Okay, all right. Here's my thought about that. Okay, I definitely do not agree with that policy. I don't think it's right. I think that policy should be updated. It needs to be revised, and it needs to be redone completely. I mean, these days, a lot of the younger people are expressing themselves or going with different hairstyles that they like, whether it's female or boy. You know, if the young gentlemen like their hair to be dreaded or braided or box braid or plaits or whatever you want to call it, then what's the problem? What's the big deal? You know, and not only is these hairstyle being carried or worn by a black student, black young people. I have seen white, Caucasian young boys and girls with dreads. I have seen the young girls with their hair cornrow with the beads and all that in it. I have seen the young white boys with dreadlocks. And I was shocked to even see that, because I didn't think their hair could even dread. But it was dreaded. I've seen them myself. Couldn't have been no more. I've seen a couple of them. You know, they could have been probably between middle school and high school. So, you know, what's the deal? Is this something that this principal is calling out because it's a cultural thing, because it's a African thing, or it's a Jamaican thing, or you know, from the islands? I mean, what is it? Because the only thing you could give these parents the only reason you could give these parents was because his hair exceeds the length that is in the dress code. And like I said, now he might have told the parents what this hair length was, but he didn't specify that when he was being interviewed on the news this morning. So I just don't get it. I don't understand why, you know, people get all bent out of shape when it comes to our African American children wearing hairstyles, whether it's a colored hair, whether their hair is colored or their hair is braided in a style that people think is too culturally for them. And I'm probably not saying the words right, but y'all know what I mean. Is it too African for them? Or is they just this is their personal opinion of these students. And I think this teacher, this principal that's trying to enforce this, I think it's just his personal opinion. Because when they asked him if any of the teachers had a problem with the way this young man's hair was, he didn't comment. He said he had no comment on that. So if there's other teachers feeling this way, why would you not say it? Why would you, if you're speaking on it, then you need to speak on the whole thing. You need to speak on it. If this is just your personal opinion, then make it your personal opinion. Be man enough to say this is how you feel about it. Because like I said, you're talking about something that's 30 years, that's been on the record books for 30 years, and no one has ever updated it or been called out on it. But now you get this young man, and I'm pretty sure that he's not the only person in that school that has dreads, because this school has a nice number of African American that goes to it. So I'm pretty sure he's not the only one that has these dreads. Now, and then the second thing, this teacher didn't have anything, this principal didn't have anything negative to say about this student's grades. He didn't have anything to say negative to say about the student's attitude, overall attitude, how he gets along with his other students, how he gets along with the teachers in the classroom. None of that. He didn't have anything negative to say about this young man, except for the fact that his dress is a problem and he would not be able to walk across the stage because of his dreadlocks. If he's doing good in school and he's following all the rules of the school and he's maintaining grades and he's getting himself to the point where he can graduate, then he should be able to walk across that stage. His family should see him walk across that stage. They should not have to consider transferring him to another school, because that could interfere with his graduating, because all his credits may not transfer. And here it is a few months out from graduation, and they're thinking about that as one of their options. Let me tell y'all something. I have a grandson that will be graduating in a few months. He has dreads, or I don't know if they dreads or they just regular box braids or they're just plaits. I don't know what it is, but I know it ain't no low fade haircut. He got some braids or something on his hair. And if I was getting a call saying that he's not going to be able to walk across the stage because of his hairstyle, I would be very upset. This would be a time that Granna probably go real country on you. I'll probably just go back and bring out some stuff that you wouldn't want to see, because it's not fair, and it wouldn't be fair to him, and I would be very upset about it. And this is just my opinion. This is Granna's opinion. I'm not really into this for a debate. We can discuss it, and I would love to hear your point of view on it and what you think about it. But I think that we shouldn't be so uptight about these hairstyles that someone may choose to wear. I mean, I could be told that I shouldn't go out in public with this scarf on my head. Why? It's a scarf. If I want to wear it, then what's the big deal? But you got people that want to sit around and criticize someone else, and instead of taking care of what they need to be taken care of, that shouldn't even be a concern. If this young man is not causing any type of disrupted in the schools or in his classroom or doing anything that's negative or anything like that, then this principal should not try to take that away from him. He should allow him to walk across that stage as all the other students. Okay, but that's just Granna's opinion. Like I said, you can leave me a review about it. We can talk about it. But I just totally do not agree with some of the things that people make such a big deal out of when it's really not that big of a deal. It's nothing. It's just some hair. If he chooses to wear dread, or young ladies choose to dye their hair, or, if they choose to wear box braids or whatever they choose to do, it's nothing. It's nothing that's gonna hurt anyone. It's not gonna hurt anybody. you know. But I appreciate you guys giving me a little time to just vent and get that off of my chest, because I was thinking really deep about it. Because like I said, I have a grandson. I have several grandsons that hair is long enough to be dreaded, or to be box braided, or to be cornrow, or whatever they choose to do with it. Or if they just want to wear it in a natural fro and just do that, then their hair is long enough to do that. So I just think, you know, people shouldn't get so uptight about some of these little things. They need to be worried about other things. I'm sure there's other things in that school that's going on that he need to be more concerned about, other than this young man walking across the stage with some dreadlocks. Okay? But thank you guys. I know I done bit quite a bit about that, but I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Hey, anybody you come in contact with today as you're going about your life, make sure you give them a smile. Make sure you give them a word of encouragement to put a smile on their face, because it could turn their whole day around. So thank you so very much. I will see you guys in a few days, okay? Bye.